Today we're talking about the death toll in Chicago. Since 2001, 2,000 troops have died in Afghanistan, while 5,000 have died in Chicago.
Like, a lot of people think this should be some violent, I guess, non-violent. Like, that's an everyday activity thing going on. Like, that's a motherfucking sport. They think killing is a sport when it comes to Chicago.
Right now, a lot of people outside Chicago would probably think of violence the majority of the time because of all the shootings and killings that's going on.
You go to the suburbs and you tell somebody, you know, I'm either from the South Side or I be in the South Side a lot. They're like, oh, so you a real nigga? Like, oh, well, you do this and you do that. It's like, nah, bro.
Most recently, probably like all that Chirac madness.
War, danger, everything up under the sun. Everything is a jungle. Maybe more so like a zoo.
Crime, death, murder, like one of the things I hear all the time whenever I step outside the city is, you know, oh man, like how do you survive or how do you know, make it to the next day?
When other people think of us, I'm sure it's not in the same positive aspect like a person who's one of us would think of us.
Not to say that it's all peaches and cream, but it ain't all crack fouls and, you know what I mean, bullet shells either, you know?
That shit, school, T-bone, we smoke that shit. We out here every day.
All they did, keep my man don't give a fuck, he out here on the board. Fuck the police.
Still out here on hospital, I don't give no fuck about this shit. This shit ain't gonna stop me. Out here on hospital.
Cuz it get real, like. When the cuz be here when it get real. Don't cuss right here. We ain't gonna tell them all.
We ain't gonna tell them all that, but they know. They know them cuss right there, G.
No, this way it get real, like.
I know. We ain't gonna say too much though.
So GDK, Black Mob Killer, fuck all the wannabe off. On L. Niggas don't want
Fuck all the GDK, Back we coming. GDK, Eastside Crazy, NLMB, Never Leave My Brothers, Cold Squad, Pittsburgh, Vito City, Prevalent, you know how we coming.
RPG Prevalent.
You don't think a lot of people pretend to be about this life like they act like that?
Everybody claiming with this shit. Niggas don't really be out here. We was just riding around. You see, ain't nobody outside. Yeah, what up? You gotta talk to them about the shit. You gotta get in this shit.
You know, you a big homie, man. I can't talk right now. Y'all got it, man. Alright.
Why are they lying then? Like, why
they want clout. They want to be in this shit. When you want to be in this shit,
that's
what you
do.
do.
Clout shit get you whack quick.
You gonna know if somebody, you know what the war around here, so you ain't gonna go post up or you walk down nobody's block anyway. So yeah, you be with it. You know the ops, you just catch them all on Facebook, all over the internet, all types of shit. But just know when you get caught, and you ain't got that on you, over with it. Yeah, niggas gonna rob you. This shit ain't none. Motherfuckers ain't buy this shit, G. This shit getting took, G. All this shit, G. All this shit, getting took. We ain't buying this shit, G. We out here poking. We gotta get this shit, G. Robbing everybody. We gotta get this shit and all that shit.
So what's the, you know, people always say, we gotta stop all this violence, we gotta stop this. I mean, is it gonna stop this?
Hell no, it ain't gonna never stop, bro. Niggas die behind this shit, bro. Real niggas die behind this shit, bro.
Do you, so you guys don't like the cops, so do you think they try to protect? Or not really?
Man, they don't do shit.
No, I told them they can, but they come later. Somebody already got you. You already got
it on the floor already by the time they hit up.
Yeah. Yeah, I got shot at all the time. Shot all time of stuff. You get shot at. They don't come. You be out there. They don't come how they say they coming. They get them calls. They scared too to pull up. They scared. They ain't coming right away. They were coming when them shots done and over with. This is what the ops do get hit with. This what niggas feel, bro. Shit don't stop, G. This is what they do get hit with, G. We ain't playing no games, bro. This shit, we got a lot of heavy artillery. Real live 40s, all blizzards. For real. No high points, we ain't coming no type of way but 40s. All blizzards. We ain't coming no other type of way, G. All the fake ops, all of you. Fake ops don't really be out here, G. All you internet ops, goofy ops, G. We out here for real. Every day living the same life up for our niggas, RP the guys.
When did you guys start? Like,
this shit started when you short as hell, bro. Yeah, this shit started when you short as hell. This shit ain't gonna stop me. You growing up seeing people get killed, you ain't got no. This shit like this shit rotate. It come back around. Our kids do the same shit. Our daddy did this shit. The guys, this shit come back around. This shit ain't gonna stop. I don't know how this shit can stop me. This shit ain't gonna stop me.
It's like a never-ending cycle, you know. Families have been in the same spots for years. You know, you wake up, that's your great-great-great-grandma's house that you waking up in.
The little guys, you know what I'm saying? When I say the little guys and the shorties, I mean, you know what I'm saying, the younger generation, like younger 20s, younger teens, you know what I'm saying? They out here in a place where they're not giving them no programs, they're not giving them no jobs, they're not giving them no guidance. So all they know is to look up to the person that they have to look up to. Don't nobody want to be like Mike no more. They want to be like Big Homie them with the guns, you know what I'm saying? But they don't want to not be like Mike. It's just, they don't have a basketball court.
It ain't no centers. Like, it used to be, goddamn it, after school programs, all type of after school centers and shit. Like, all that shit gone now. I don't know what the fuck happened to that shit.
The programs out south is limited, or any like extra things to do is not nothing for you to do. So you become a part of your environment. See, up north you got the Boys and Girls Club, you got the YMCAs, you got the after school programs, and more so on the south side they getting tore down more than anything. And you gotta walk from school, seeing bums, seeing drug dealers, seeing people get jumped on, you know, seeing these different things.
Ain't nowhere where you can go play basketball, football, no lots, no shit you can go do anything. No buildings, no extracurricular activities, no whatsoever. Can't do shit but hang on the block. You see what I'm saying? It's like you forced to hang on the block. Like I say, what about like 20, let me see, 21. Yeah, 21, 22. You get about 21, 22, then you probably got, it's a lot of shit you can get into as an adult. But shit, a lot of people don't make it to 21, 22 nowadays.
No, I don't think the opportunity is equal. I think if they had the same things they had on the north side, I think that you have a lot less crime on the south side. You have people be more constructive with their time, I think. You know, I don't think the opportunities are out there on the south side of Chicago. But again, good people out on the south side of Chicago.
I don't know, like, I think that we really have to contextualize the north and the south side and what they really mean. If we think about the fact that we have, I won't mention the name of the school, but schools here on the south side where instead of disciplinary personnel like vice principals, we've brought in CPD officers. Right? We've brought in school police officers. So now, if you're going to a school on the south side of Chicago, and you are talking out of turn, you cut a little girl's hair, as young boys like to do. I did when I was young. You put gum on someone, you get into a fight, you're not sent to a kind of disciplinarian to go like write the school rules 100 times. You're sent to the police officer or the probation officer, right? And so you're automatically marked with this kind of criminal identity, right? And so all those things I talked about in terms of disqualification from social services, from affordable housing, like you're already, by the time you're in high school, right, you're already marked by this, right? So we can begin to see how these two kind of environments, just simply based off policing, not even talking about other variables, just simply based off policing and incarceration, are setting up these two completely different trajectories.
I do think it's different. It's not just the north and south side. If you go east and west, any side of Chicago, you can tell the difference when you leave one area and go to the other. So, yeah, it is different. It's segregated.
Think about Bronzeville, the traditional black belt. During the Great Migration, we see the Great Migration of black emancipated slaves to Chicago. Now, segregation is such that they're not allowed to live anywhere else except for, right, the black belt, Bronzeville. But there's something really beneficial that's going on there, that we don't see the kind of blackness as being synonymous with poverty, and that's that we have this amazing industrial base. We have a almost near a majority of the black community of Bronzeville during the mid-20th century working in U.S. steel, working in manufacturing. Now, when we lose manufacturing, all of a sudden, some of the only jobs that blacks, because of segregation, could get disappeared. And now what we have is the same kind of lockout of non-manufacturing and service jobs that this population couldn't get into are now they're competing with everyone else, despite the kind of racism that exists across the city. We still have the kind of arrangement in place where black 17-year-olds showing up to a service job, a waitstaff job, right? I mean, the same kind of forces that were locking him out of a service job in the 1960s are the same kinds of stuff that's unfortunately going on now. Take that with like the mark of a criminal record, which also stains his application. And we see that there's this kind of lockout of typical employment. I mean, of course, everybody here in Chicago wants to talk about violence. Right? He's also facing a level of violence that is, at least in some neighborhoods, unrivaled. But again, I think we can talk a lot about police as well.
You asked the question, what I don't like about the South Side? Me, mainly, personally, is the thirst of the police. Like, people out here doing all type of crazy stuff. I just feel like some people get pulled over and harassed and pulled out their car for no reason, even if you got license and insurance.
Like, as an officer, as a person who's given this figuratively this power by job title, and hide behind the excuse of the fact that you ain't got respect for yourself, so I'm gonna disrespect you. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't what no leader's supposed to do.
You have some good and some terrible. You have some that's power struggles, that suffer from a power struggle. They wanna, basically do the things that the street dudes are doing. And we known to have a corrupt city, so there's a lot of corruption out here from the politics on down. So the people that's supposed to protect us are harming us at the same time.
Police they say they protect them, but man, people die every day. People getting locked up every day. That ain't protecting. Locking motherfuckers up, that ain't protecting. You still ruin motherfuckers' lives. Locking motherfuckers up, you put a motherfucker in a box the rest of their life. How the fuck do they ain't know like a motherfucking animal? Just like look at it.
So you think like being in jail, like prison, that makes them animals? Like they turn them into animals?
Yeah, it makes you worse, cause it's like shit. You already know what it's saying. Like once you go there, you already know what it's saying. Like shit, they know that. You already know what the fuck it's saying. Like so, why not do the fuck I'm doing? Shit, I've been there, done that shit already. I know what the fuck I'm doing now. I get myself back that shit. They look at it. That's what they doing now. Shit, I done fucked up already. They know that they doing. They put that in people's head. Fuck people's heads up. And that's what's going on nowadays. Fucking up a lot of the young African American heads.
To be honest with you, there's no situation more uncomfortable than when the police are around. I know that the chances of my life being taken, the chances of my freedom being taken are increased, and the chances of me being able to defend myself are diminished.
You don't even see groups of 10, 12 kids riding bikes around no more. You don't see little dudes in the street dribbling the ball no more. Because when you go back to the subject of the police, they're gonna pull up and just break that up. And not all the time that they breaking it up in the sense of we don't want them to have no fun, but because the media portray it so bogusly, it's a potential problem instead of a potential solution. And that's really what it is. It's like giving the kids the proper tools to actually be happy and have hope and have joy as children, to look forward to something in life. That's the possible solution.
Like, it's almost just like a bully coming around, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see what I go through. You know I done lost motherfucking 4 homies this past 3 months. And you go threaten me with losing my freedom because I smoke some weed. Nigga, you know I need way more than weed. You know this, and you should know this.
In 2008, out of 458 Chicago murders where police determined a motive, 50% of those were classified as gang-related. And 263 of the city's murder victims were under the age of 25. If those young people were alive today, they would fill this entire theater.
Do you think the news and the media, how do you think they treat the South Side?
Man, it's like they damn near treated like a third world country that they don't give attention to.
Fuck that shit.
Like a motherfucking playground.
You got all these other things that's happening in the world and these third world countries, and people jump right on it, and you know they complete activists on it. But then you got something that's right next door. You got like Fox News and shit, like just treating them, saying what's happening, but not doing nothing about it, and you know belittling the people there and thinking and telling them that they ain't shit, basically. You know, that's just how it is. You know, the news always plays a huge part in, you know, fucking shit up.
It's like the national media portrays us like we just straight monsters, like it's just straight killing, like it's just guns, it's no good. At the same time, they're not showing that it's schools closing down and it's an increased police presence.
It's depicted as from a, I guess, fishbowl perspective. You know, all of the opinions are based on people who not only are not members of the community, but don't have the community in mind, the well-being of the community in mind, and they already have an opinion about the community. So
they only show you one side. They don't show you the good that's going on. Not saying that it's more good going on than bad, because I would be lying if I said that. But it's good things that all good come with bad and all bad come with good. It goes both ways, you know what I'm saying? So
if they showed you on the news every day how hiring more teachers have reduced the crime rate, we'd get more teachers. If they showed you every day how opening up the schools and allowing the kids to have midnight basketball programs help so many black males stay out of jail, then we get more schools opened up with these programs. But they don't show you that. They show you the park getting shot up. They show you the little kid that killed the other little kid. So instead of the same situation being a solution, the media make it so negative that now we're gonna take your solution and turn it into a problem.
They really don't post a lot of positive stuff going on. You know, for example, last year I did a turkey drive. I gave away 1,000 turkeys in the community, and I didn't have no media here at all. But you know, if I were to shoot somebody or some type of, you know, scam or whatever, you know, it'd be all over the news. So
they're gonna keep on spreading you with some bullshit. They're gonna put sugar on the shit and call it pancakes. You know what I'm saying? You can't put syrup on shit and call it pancakes. But they gonna feed you a sack of shit all day, every day, just so you don't see what's really going on.
I think that, you know, the news definitely don't do the South Side no justice. The news don't do black people no justice. The news doesn't give positivity justice. The news has an agenda. It's you know, with that doesn't have anything to do with, you know, the South Side safety. You know what I'm saying? It may be more beneficial to the powers that be behind all of that shit that there is bad news. You know what I'm saying? So.
I mean, if we know anything about the origins of gangs, one of the things that we know is that particularly here in Chicago, say like the Vice Lords, right? So the Vice Lords develop just right near Bridgeport. And one of the reasons why the Vice Lords develops in Bridgeport is because the Irish kids are coming over into the Bronzeville areas, and they're beating up black folks. And so the Vice Lords develop as this athletic club and as essentially a mutual protection society, right? So this kind of thread is still in place today, because what do you do in a neighborhood where you can't count on the police to come and settle disputes, right? What do you do when you can't rely on the police to show up when you call 911? What do you do when you do call 911 and the police show up, you end up being put up against a wall? Well, it's you turn to a kind of vigilante street justice that we see, all across the South Side. You couple that with the fact that when unemployment is difficult to get, you turn to informal economic strategies. The one we think the most about, obviously, is drugs, which is intimately connected to gangs. But I mean, off the books mechanics shops, off the books kind of taxi cabs, off the books construction work. I mean, we don't talk about those a lot, but those are just one in a series of informal economic strategies, right? It's we can't understand drug dealing unless we also understand these kinds of large-scale barriers to entering into the formal employment market. So to understand violence, we also have to understand unemployment for those exact same reasons.
I smoked up with the riders, do a slab when we ride up, stay inside or get fired up, to live and die in Chicago, green light it's a go, if I tell them to blow, I keep that metal close, that's how we ride in Chicago, I smoke dope with the riders, do a slab when we ride up, stay inside or get fired up, to live and die in Chicago, green light it's a go, if I tell them to blow, I keep that metal close. That's how we ride in Chicago.
Everybody want to be a part of something that's bigger than themselves. Now, when you talk about these different organizations or gangs, as the media might want to call them, it's been around and it's gonna be around. It's a way of Chicago life. People feel like this is mine. This is what I have. This might be all I have. So if you're not with what I have or all I have, you against it. At the same time, the portrayal of it is that everyone's doing this. It's not so much everyone's doing this as everybody trying to keep their people close.
If my mama didn't move me, I'd be twisting the same fingers as these dudes. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if in Chicago on the South Side, you know what I'm saying, there is no opportunity, there is no choice. You know what I'm saying? And that's how people succeed, is by having an opportunity, having a choice.
Man, it's like a fight for low key, a fight for love, a fight for attention, a fight for respect. You know what I'm saying? And that's a very steep uphill battle. You know what I mean? When those things like love, respect, you know what I'm saying, attention, like what people usually do to get them, you know what I mean, usually includes something, you know what I mean, that's life-threatening or negative. So.
They say you can make it anywhere if you make it in Chicago.
What else is there to do? Like you wake up and you look outside and you got your big brother doing some shit, you got your cousin doing some shit, and then like school ain't shit, cause it's like ain't nothing there for me, ain't nobody fucking with me. So like I'm gonna be on here cause these people saying they love me and they saying they gonna take care of me, and I'm gonna take care of them. That's a brotherhood, that's what people look for, that's what people yearn for, is that companionship with other people.
Especially on the South Side, you need that protection, somebody to come and fight for you. Someone to pull that trigger if you get in that jam.
Knowing you safe.
Knowing you safe, like, you can't be out here alone.
You feel me? Yeah, we out here on Sunday night, Fazo Land, you feel me? Lowe's Inn, this house is just, this shit right here, this shit ain't just right here for nothing. Fazo Land and no land.
Do a slab when we ride up, stay inside or get fired up, to live and die.
Yeah, this shit forever, bro. L's and M's, we out here, GDK. Big M's, big M's. GDK. We out here for real, you feel me? Fazo Land, this shit on.
Fazo.
RP Fazo, G. This shit real right here, G. This shit ain't gonna stop you. This shit got closed. Like, song, the last song, they say, look, shit happens. They talking about with some cameras or some shit. They ain't gonna give up the cameras with some shooting or some shit. So they ain't gonna do too much talking about it. Talking about man.
You ever seen a motherfucker get some head in the motherfucking stove? I'm talking about get some head in the motherfucking stove. All the G-side niggas do that shit. Nigga, all the little bopping shit y'all doing, I'll shoot you, make you do that bopping shit, you hear me? You that shit, fuck up, find out, L to L, bitch.
Yeah, East Side crazy. Yeah, East Side, we love this East Side shit, man. R&B the game, man.
I hear the stories every day. I never question what they say. I think it's time to make a difference with my guidance. I think it's time to deliver the non-violent speech of the century. Chicago's evil entity, plaguing all the memories of something I can't bear to see. Picture me, I still live up in the city, so don't attack me, cause my life seems pretty. You ain't from Chicago, boy, you come from the burbs. Quit trying to talk about the peace within the flow of your words. Tell them take a step back, take the clip out your gun. The situation needs help, so it don't matter where I'm from.
Now this whole Chirac thing, for people like outsiders who aren't familiar with Chirac, let them know what Chirac is.
Chirac is just a nickname for Chicago now due to the violence. So you know what goes on in Iraq. They just put the rack on the side of Chicago and made it Chirac. Okay. You know, so it's just a nickname for the violence that's going on, that's plaguing the city.
I get offended when people outside of Chicago say Chirac, and it's kind of like, I don't personally say that shit, but it's like the people who are in that and the people who are within Chicago that are doing the things that they rapping about and saying Chirac, and when that word was originated, they felt like they was in Iraq. They felt like they was going to war every day. So it's only due that they claim that this is Chirac. You come to my city, it's Chi fucking Rack. It's not sweet. This is how they gonna get their voice out. That's how they gonna tell their story. Like they can't just they not gonna sweeten it up for you. This shit ain't sweet. It's just not sweet at all. So they gonna call it Chirac. So let them call it Chirac. But you feel me? The people outside, you ain't got the right. You ain't got the right to be wearing your Chirac hat. Like it's not no advertising. You don't brand the shit. It's just like that's what's going on. It feel like Chirac. It feel like Iraq in this bitch.
Now this whole like Chirac term, does that offend you when people who aren't from Chicago say that?
What you mean that offend? Cause I don't use the word Chirac. So it's like, what you mean? Cause I don't use the word Chirac.
Why don't you use it?
Cause it don't relate to a whole subject that ain't got nothing to do with me. So it's like, I try to, like I say, I stay in my own lane, stay focused, do what I gotta do, mind my business.
What is Chirac?
I don't know what the fuck that is. I know what Chicago is.
What's Chicago to you?
City I'm from, that raised the artists like me and the talent like me to come out.
Don't believe me, shit. I ain't getting money, boy. You ain't seen enough. These guns too much, boy.
What do you think about Chirac? What do you feel about that? Chirac. How I feel about that? I embrace it. I embrace it for different reasons, and I reject it. I reject it for probably the same amount of reasons that I embrace it. I embrace it because, that's what it is now. It's a place that's become a killing field. It's a place that they're tearing. If you go in some of the more prominent neighborhoods, especially in the South Side, they're tearing it down. They tore the projects down. They tearing down the Cabrini. They tearing down the Ida B's. They tearing down the whole Inglewood. You know what I'm saying? They taking it down.
The South Side itself, man, it got like a reputation for having what we call just like good money niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Don't believe me, we can start a royal. Don't believe me, shit. I ain't getting money, boy.
Like it's like a lot of people who are with this entrepreneurial spirit who've been able to overachieve. You know what I'm saying? Single-handedly and shit. And like it's an abundance of the motherfuckers out south. You just go down 75th Street and see you know, an abundance of cleaners or rib shacks or chicken joints, and you know what I mean? Like that you know, it ain't no bank money that did that. The motherfucker really got up and made it happen himself. You know what I mean? Like single-handedly. I got homies like Fatal. He do the, you know what I mean? He got a Thanksgiving joint coming up now in Inglewood. These big back-to-school drives, and it's not in the sponsor's best interest to advertise or advocate it.
Two-step to give them away free turkeys that are exclusive. Hell yeah, at noon from 12 to 4. Hell yeah.
Get back, you know what I'm saying?
We gotta get back to the community.
Remix project, man. Give it back, man. Came from taking to giving, man. Started from the bottom, man. Yo, this your boy, Yo Chop on the beat. You already know. We up here exclusive, giving out these turkeys, feeding people.
We're helping out 1,000 families. No other store in the city did this, but else that exclusive. You see us out here.
We out here. Give out 150 turkeys in 20 minutes.
Man, passing out turkeys, man. Shout out Steve, man. ATMG, shout out everybody, man. Give it back to the hood, man. It's only right.
Turkey right here. Hey, what's up? Can't get this shit. Look at this motherfucker. It's bigger than his head. How are you? This motherfucker. Hey.
Speaker face.
The South Side got a gang of good shit going on. I just ran a fucking Inglewood 5K. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fact that shit didn't even exist. You know what I'm saying? Like, the motherfuckers couldn't, you know what I mean, get help from not one city senator, one city rep at all for that shit. But fucking Chicago Marathon generates fucking gazillions of dollars on the lookout. You know what I mean? So, it's just that, you know, the South Side really has to, it's a city within itself. You know what I'm saying? That's been neglected by the city of Chicago. And we'd be a fool to think that the city of Chicago would have our best interests as people on the South Side.
They try to always say the music is the reason a lot of the actions or what's going on today, but that ain't got nothing to do with it. That's the way everybody think they got a way out of it. Everybody think music is the way out. That's why you got 1,000 underground rappers coming out of Chicago, 12 to 18 trying to rap now. They figure it's a way out.
Just as long as the sessions are being demanded, you know what I mean? Yeah. You know, sometimes we have certain artists that like to work real late. That's usually like, you know what I mean, the Little Reese's or Fredos or whoever, they like to do the real late shit, the vampire shit. Real quick. Yeah, what up, bro?
DC right here. Act like I ain't even here. And now I need to smoke and I barely drink, but tonight I'm high.
Pro. Super producer, this is production room, man. He's sitting here making classic beats and shit, man. So, you know what I mean? We just had Jeremiah down here the other day, man. Came and grabbed his whole folder. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? This is where all of the stashes are kept. You know what I'm saying?
It's nice. It's relaxing in here. You know?
I'm trying to keep it that way. Dude, it's gonna, who is that?
Little shorty. Trying to do some hook shit.
Alright, bet. I'm gonna show my peoples around right quick.
Oh, okay.
Man, Nick, this is my partner, KX, right here.
How you feel, son?
Just to record here? Actually, man, KX responsible
be,
for all that early work. Man.
Yeah, I used to be an in-house producer, engineer for him.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So.
I used to be his artist right here.
Like everybody who come through, I have signs and shit, so.
Yeah, that's
some space on this shit. Probably some room left in there somewhere. Keith was the first person to say it now.
What do you say?
It's 300 Chief Sauce, baby. Little baby.
Oh yeah, fucking. The other artists like they're doing some like projects in the city. They ever come through?
Yeah.
You know, I got family down there. You know, when I was a shorty, all I used to do was go to the south side. There's great people down there, and it's love. You know what I'm saying? It's always love out there. It's just, you know what I'm saying? People just see TV and think that, you know what I'm saying, that's what it is. But look, I'm from the docks. You know, it's like anywhere is good and bad people. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody out there in the suburbs good. You know what I'm saying? There's bad people out there. There's bad people up north. You know what I'm saying? But there's also good people out south. And that's the thing. That's what people need to understand. There's good and bad people anywhere.
My movement is called Global Gangsters, but the gangster part is just the mentality of people knowing what a gangster done. You know, a gangster do what he wants. Suckers do what they can. So just that mind frame of being a gangster. So when I say Global Gangsters, it's not, okay, we going around globally torturing people and things of that nature. It's not that type of situation. We basically going around, you know, speaking our mind, uplifting the youth, reaching people, helping the elders. You know, we do a lot. Back to school programs. Act Like an Entertainment is my entertainment company, but Global Gangsters is a group that I named after my movement, and myself is the head and a part of that movement.
Man, I'm gonna tell y'all that if you really want to if you really want to talk about something, learn about something. You know, I never speak on anything that I don't know about. You know, and you just don't do that. You want to learn about something, and you come out here and you ask people yourselves, and you try to get into these. You try to look into the programs that's actually going on the South Side. You know, I'm 18, and you know, me and my homie Patrick, we starting a whole program out there and helping kids, you know, better themselves and learn things. You know, we on 79th and Stony with it. There are beautiful things going around. You know, there's the little things like little coffee shops that everyone goes to on the South Side, little sandwich shops that everyone just like smiles when they get into. It's not all shade. That's what it is. You feel me? Underneath the surface of everything, you know, it's gritty out there, but you know, you can find beauty in anything.
What would you say to people who are always criticizing the South Side but have no experience on the South Side?
Man, come take a ride out there, man. See what the city actually like. The real city, you know, of Chicago, like. It ain't all about violence, and they always talk about it's about violence and this going on. Come out and help it out then. People don't ever do that. They don't ever want to come help the city, y'all. They always talk about what's going on now and put shame on it instead of trying to bring it up and make it a better place for people can come and visit and even take, you know, go out family vacations and all type of shit. People, it's a lovely city.
It all starts with opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Just even, you know, everybody is not, you know, blessed with an extreme amount of ambition. And like sometimes you hear about feel-good stories of a person making it out, or like me and my partners, we hooked up, got the studio, y'all did it, why they can't do it type shit. Like that shit is unfair to ask of anybody to be extraordinary all the time. You know what I'm saying? So I guess it's safe to say that like we need the opportunity for not only success but the opportunity to fuck up from time to time. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a luxury that black people, you know, especially, you know what I'm saying, in underprivileged neighborhoods don't have. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I ain't saying fuck up by go and kill somebody, but the opportunity to learn, you know what I'm saying? In a journey of learning, you make mistakes, you know what I'm saying? So, I would, you know, it could be, you know, small steps, whether it be centers or things of that nature, but, you know, just the growth of businesses that can put money in their pocket, you know what I'm saying, and put food on their table, and, you know, more importantly, you know, give them something worth being proud of.
If I could like really talk to somebody that made a difference in Chicago, and that really could like do something to make not just the South Side, but I guess the city a better place, I'd tell them like flat out, do more, do good, do what's right. It ain't all about the money, man. It ain't all about looking good to everybody else. It's just about what's right. I mean, if I was walking with a bunch of people and we all fresh and clean, and I saw a little kid outside hurting, I don't care that I'm with a bunch of people that's all fresh and clean. He hurts. It's up to me to stop and help him out. You gotta reach one and teach one. It take a village to raise a child, man. So you can't just expect to be the chief of the village and not go and help out the most lowliest and neediest person in your village. You gotta reach out. You gotta open up your heart and stop trying to widen up your pockets. You know, this is a good place. This is a place of all kind of dreams and aspirations. This is a place of people where you'll never find a place of people like Chicago. You'll never find a mix of people like Chicago. So you should nurture that. You should stop allowing the media to portray it so negatively, because that only takes away the value of a place that we call home. Love Chicago. Chicago over everything, man. What else matters?